Hey everyone, Morgan here. So today I'm going to be talking about our travel Berkey and showing you how we're setting it up and everything. Now, we have used this. I got this like 2 years ago. It was on sale at one point. And just I think like everybody, you just kind of put it off and put it off and put it off. And you're just like, you know what? I'm not sure that I need this right now. Is this a really good investment? But we actually felt that this was a great investment at the time. It came with a couple freebies too, a little like Berkey cups. They're like stainless steel. They're pretty nice. But anyway, a big confession. We used it when we were at home like once, but I didn't. But then we let the filters dry, and then we put it away because my main goal with having this at the house was for emergency purposes. If we had to go and filter water, from an outside source, and then put the filtered water through this Berkey. Now this Berkey is really not good for unfiltered water. What I mean by filtered is you want to get any large particles out of your water source first, and then you're putting it through the Berkey to get rid of the, particulates and stuff like that. This is how the travel Berkey looks before where we put it together. Now you're going to prime the filters ready before use. Before you even use it the very first time, you want to prime it. And this is very common with any filter that you use, backcountry, at home, it doesn't matter. You want to prime the filter before using it. Then you put the filters in and you just fill it up. And this is how it looks when it's being filled up. That the filters there inside. After we filled it all the way to the top, after 2 minutes, it had purified down to this level. And then after 10 minutes, it purified down to that level. And then another 10 minutes had purified down to that level. So a total about 35-ish minutes. Well, yeah, it's about 25 minutes or so. So now I'm going to test it and see how the water is tasting. Looks good though. First taste test. Success! So, second confession, we have been going through a lot of bottled waters. We just got into this habit of buying bottled waters. I don't know how it even started, but we were drinking so much bottled water and we were not taking advantage of the Berkey. Finally, lately, I was like, enough. We are spending too much money on bottled water, and oh my goodness, the waste of the bottled waters. I could only save so many plastic bottles before it just became a nuisance at that point, So we had all these plastic bottles, and there's not a whole lot of recycling around where I am. So that's a very unfortunate discovery, And so it's one of those things you're just like, enough. We have this Berkey, we have water, there's no reason for us to not be putting the water through the Berkey and then using the Berkey. So with this being a 1.5 gallon capacity, you have 1.5 gallons here. So as you're filling, with your drinking water, your whatever else water that you want, your cooking water, whatever it is, you're just keeping an eye on it. And after a while, you're going to notice that, when it starts to get low, it's going to be trickling. You're going to feel the drop in pressure essentially. And so then you're going to fill this and it'll fill this, and there you go. So it works out. We just have the black filters. We do not have the fluoride filters. The fluoride filters are an add-on, but the fluoride filters can be used with this travel Berkey. As a very last caveat, the very first few, like after you've primed the filters, the very few bits of water that goes through these filters, like I would say the first gallon or two, might have a slight filtery taste, but that's okay. It's not going to make you sick. But if you don't like that, filter out at least 1 or 2 gallons first, and then start drinking your water from those other gallons. But it's, again, those first gallons or whatever, they're not going to make you sick or anything. As long as you have properly primed your filters, then they're good to go. This pandemic, Berkey has been one of those things. It's kind of like freezers. They've been out of stock. And if you have been considering a Berkey and now realize that they're all out of stock because of this pandemic. I would definitely put it high on your list to try to get. This is about $2.49 on their website, and that comes with the 2 filters. And then I would definitely suggest getting filters, extra filters, which are about $140 or so, just for the filters alone. But having those extra filters is going to be nice. On their website, they say they recommend changing out the filters every 1,000 gallons, and sometimes that's about around every 6 months or so, especially if you're using it every single day. But these black filters can definitely last longer than that. But you know, if you notice any change in the way that it's being filtered, taste, odor, whatever, change out those filters. And that's why it's important to have those extra filters on hand. I know they're kind of a little expensive, but you know, that's all in the cost of having those backups. But I think personally, I really think that this is 100% worth it. It's a great way to purify, to sanitize, and have sanitized, ready to drink water and ready to use water at your disposal. And they have lots of different sizes. You know, I'm sure everyone's very aware of Berkey. So thank you all so much for watching. Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing Today. I'll put a link down to Berkey. You know, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I can get this for free. I paid for this with my own money a couple of years ago. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for enduring my dirty kitchen. Don't worry, we'll be cleaned. I know I'm going to get comments, so I had to say it. Thank you all so much for watching Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing Today. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.